Hello and welcome, my name is Mr. QB. In this episode, we are back looking at another cool redstone trap, and this one is a real doozy. The End Portal Pit Trap. Here's how it works. Being lured towards a dark hallway, the victim finds a chest just waiting to be opened. Curiosity drives the victim to see what's inside, and they find themselves falling for a cheeky trap. And before long, they're in the end. At that point, they're either forced to kill themselves or fight the Ender Dragon just so they can return back to their homeworld. So as you can see, it has the potential to kill its victims once they're in the end, or if the victim is standing in the right 2x2 trapdoor area. But the true prize is the victim's beautiful display of confusion and regret when they're literally falling into another dimension, whereas all they wanted to do was look inside a chest for some loot. Priceless. Plus, this trap is fully automatic and needs no maintenance, which is a nice bonus. So without any further ado, if you want to get some revenge or trick a friend, let's go ahead and make one of these for ourselves. Since we're utilizing trapped chests, we'll need to minimize the chance the victim will see that faint red glow around the chest's lock. That's why we'll be ensuring that the hallway we'll be placing our chest in will be relatively dark, but light enough so they can see the chest in the first place. But before we worry about that, we'll need to learn how to make an end portal. Now, most people can remember how to build end portals off by heart. If you know how, fantastic, go ahead and do that now. However, I am well aware that there are many people who struggle with activating the end portal and getting it to work, so I'm going to go over it really quick on how to get it right and operational. To set up our end portal, we'll need 12 end portal blocks and 12 Eye of Enders. I'm going to build the portal standing from inside. As I place in every single portal block, I make sure it's facing inwards towards my body. Now, even more importantly, we need to know how to place in the Eye of Enders. Just like we did before with the portal blocks, place each eye from inside the portal area, so the bottom of the eye is facing towards your body. As you can see here, I'm being extra careful to stand directly behind each end portal block before I place each eye on top to ensure it's facing the right way. Before you place in your last eye, I recommend you're not standing at the same level of the portal so you don't teleport yourself to the end. If you're still having trouble, I personally use this great double check method to ensure the eyes are facing the right way. When I look at each eye from standing or hovering within the portal area, there will be a white glint dot in each Eye of Ender. That white dot must be in the top left hand corner of each eye. That means it's facing inwards towards the portal. Once your portal is set up, we can move on and begin to build the structure of the trap. Using stone bricks for the pit and the walls, I'll firstly begin to mark out where the very bottom of the pit will be, like so. Then on top of each of these blocks, I add 4 more blocks on top to create the depth of my pit. If you want a deeper pit, feel free to add more than 4 blocks. Once you're finished with the depth of your pit, at the back of one of the 4 sides, follow as we begin to make the design of the hallway. Now fill in the hallway's floor starting from the bottom end and finishing by leaving a 2x2 square hole in the surface, which should be directly above the pit's hole. I'm then going to quickly build up some walls on the sides of the hallway, 3 blocks high. That's the structure complete. Before we move on, double check that the square hole in the floor is directly above the 2x2 pit. Moving on, we're going to add in the sticky pistons which will be responsible for opening the floor when the trap chest gets opened. Follow as I place in these first 4 sticky pistons face up. set up 2 markers 2 blocks from the front sticky pistons like so. Starting at each marker, make 4 more sticky pistons facing inwards towards the pit. You can now get rid of the markers, but I'm going to make new markers with red wool and place them on top of these 4 sticky pistons. Feel free to do this as well if you want to get a better idea of the trapdoor area. Otherwise, place your floor blocks on top of those 4 sticky pistons. Next, inside the hallway, behind the opening in the floor, place in your trapped chest. Ensure it's not a regular chest, as that won't trigger the floor to open up. With white wool, I'm going to set up the foundations for the redstone to sit on. Watch and follow carefully as I place them in. That's the foundations complete, and onto our final step, adding in the redstone. Thankfully, it's very easy to set up. Start off by placing in these 2 redstone repeaters facing inwards towards the pit. Place these next 2 repeaters here facing away from the pit. Each of these repeaters need to be clicked once to set a small delay on them. Now follow where I place in the redstone trail, which needs to be placed on top of every white wool block. And lastly, to ready the trap for its first victim, place in a redstone torch right here. You will now see the sticky pistons activated and at the ready, and in the hallway you can clearly see the effective trapping area where the victim will need to stand in order to be sent to the end. If you haven't already, replace these markers with your floor blocks. Your trap is now fully set up. It is from here how you decide to customize the hallway and make it dark and as inconspicuous as possible to better the success chance of capturing your target. I'll be sure to mention again, it's best to have the hallway dark so the red outline on the trapped chest is not illuminated, or that could give the trap away, but make sure your trap can be seen in the first place. So go ahead, enjoy the trap, make it cool and unique, and good luck with tricking your targets. Thanks once again to my magnificent builder Pwnda for the design of this trap. If you want more ways to trap your friends or foes, I have plenty of other trap videos you can look at over on my channel. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Goodbye!